we ready? Once again,
Yes.
it's on.
Okay.
Episode 4, As
Yes.
Told by Podcast,
Okay.
hosted by me, Kahja.
Okay.
I got a good guest today.
Yes. Yes.
We about to have a good time.
Oh yeah, we is.
All right, so this is going to be when I was setting up the podcast, I thought about, do I want to do some kind of artist spotlight episode where I talk to somebody who is a musician, and whose music I enjoy, and I decided, yes, I actually do want to do that. So when I thought about who do I want to talk to, this person was one of the people at the top of my list because I enjoy their music and I enjoy their persona, and so I wanted them on the show. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Often heard and always seen. It's me, Champ Green, live in the flesh.
All right.
I'm happy to be here,
Okay. Thank you for coming.
man.
Okay. So I know some people, I don't know if most, I'm not sure where everyone's listening from, but some people may not be familiar outside of the Bay Area.
Okay.
So just give a little bit of intro about who Champ is, what you do,
Okay.
how long you've been doing it.
Okay. So I'm a part of the Grand Nationxl movement. I'm just like everyday people. You know what I'm saying? I just happen to be ambidextrous with this game. And when it's all said and done, I'm going in the Hall of Fame. They gonna know my name, but that's it. Just regular, and I'm out of Oakland, born and raised. You know what I'm saying, and still here. We believe, what I'm saying, my community, the village that, we fucking with is unity in the community, and community is currency.
Mm-hmm.
So we gonna stay current with these affairs, and raise up this game like child welfare and daycare. You know what I mean?
That's why I was looking forward to this, because if y'all can't tell already, Champ is a wordsmith. If y'all don't follow him on IG already, you get to get a real feel for his flair for words.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that a little bit more in a minute, but when he came in, I was saying to him that I wanted to make it clear, just from my space of hospitality within me, I wanted to make it clear that I didn't want him to be on a podcast because I'm just looking for random people to bring up
Sure.
here. I actually have heard a lot of his work through Grand Nationxl projects and even his standalone projects, and I'm a fan of his lyrical style. But I'm also a fan of his persona, because Champ looks like he's having a good time all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're probably not. You guys,
No, and that's the thing. It's like, because a motherfucker be smiling, a motherfucker be crying as well, on the inside and outside. But however, it's just, taking, how they say, taking your lemons and making lemonade. And I don't care if it's a big victory or a small victory. Motherfucker need to celebrate their wins. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you're going to win in the end. And as long as you continue to focus on your plate, you're going to be able to get full off your plate. You see what I'm saying? Because your eyes can be bigger than looking on somebody else's plate, on what they got or what you assume, or, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like being content until. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know you wanted the, the Beamer or the Bentley, but, fuck with the Mazda 626 and get in the mix. You know what I'm saying, though? You know what I mean? Shit,
Be happy with what you got until
yeah,
you
that's all.
get something else.
Yeah, that's all. And that's really, what I try to, resonate to a motherfucker, and just, just be.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because, why? Because the origin is gorgeous.
Okay.
And we on this earth to shine bright like the fluorescent. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I try.
You know what I'm saying, though?
I
So,
try.
yeah.
So most of us that know you, we know you as it relates to hip hop music, but of course all artists have musical influences.
For sure.
And some of those go beyond, the genres that you would just naturally associate with us, with Black people, hip hop music, R&B music.
For sure.
Who are some of your musical influences outside of hip hop and R&B, or just Black culture, Black music overall, that people would be surprised to know you fuck with?
Okay, so, just growing up and hearing all type of music, I can't just say I was a motherfucker who listened to full albums of rock and roll or shit like that, but shit caught me. Like, I could fuck around with, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, or, Nirvana, or or Hendrix, or a lot of the Matchbox 20, Green Day. We used to have before, I know you might be familiar with 102.9 KBLX. Okay, so I guess contemporary jazz before it was like that. Like, I guess it used to be a station called Coit. I don't know if they still popping.
Yes.
Okay. So
I like that station because they're the ones who, from Thanksgiving to December 31st, all they play is Christmas music.
Okay.
That's the only time I listen to
Okay.
Yes.
See, so, just allowing my, taste for music to, to be dealt with in that way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just pretty much open-minded to, different kind of genres of music. You know what I'm saying? Even, I grew up going to church, so, hearing all the gospel music, whether it's the Mahalia Jacksons or the James Clevelands. You see what I'm saying? All those things. I'm just a melting pot of a plethora of music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I've been saturated in to, to bring forth me.
Yeah. Musically diverse.
Yes.
I love to see it because, you don't only have to ascribe to one thing just because that is, the music of the day where you are. That whole period of music, I want to say between 93 and maybe 98.
Okay.
I think they classify the genre as alternative pop.
Yes, alternative pop.
There's just a lot of good music that came out of that specific era.
It was. Matter of fact, what was that song that you was on the gram? It was singing
The Cranberries. Linger.
That was my shit. That was my shit.
Exactly.
Do you have to? Do you have to? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was saying I used to get grief when I was little because people were like, you like white music.
Yeah.
Okay, but there was a lot of it to be consumed and a lot of it was good.
Yeah.
Right? Does it matter who made it?
Like, for example, not necessarily one hit wonders, but I don't know if you remember Natalie Imbruglia.
Yes, Torn.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, or a motherfucker was fucking with Tori Amos Under the Pink. You see what I'm saying? So
Tori Amos had a really good song. It was called a sort of fairy tale.
Yeah.
And the video was very strange because it was her head on a forearm. Do you know what I'm talking
about? Yeah, I got a vivid memory of that.
I thought it was a hip hop beat when I heard it the first time.
Yeah.
So it all crosses together.
Yes, it does.
It all crosses together. That's what's up. You shared, and I've heard you share it, so I hope it's okay if I mention it here, that you have a younger brother.
Okay.
And younger brother is autistic.
Yes.
And so, I'd imagine that really, will help to develop these principles of collaboration and brotherhood in you, because I'm sure there's like some caretaking responsibilities.
For sure.
And y'all's growing up that went along with that.
And still to this day.
And still to this day, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about how you feel like being in a caretaker role and really having to live in these principles of collaboration and brotherhood, how you feel like that primed you to be able to step into the collective environment of Grand Nationxl, because it looks to me from the outside that it's predicated on a lot of those same principles.
For sure. It's almost like again, when I go back to the village, the whole beautiful thing of the village is, as the village raises you, and pushes you off to be greater, you go back to the village to instill in them the great things that you have had and learned on your journey, to pump back the goodness that you have learned on your journey so you can make the village that much more stronger. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, moms instilled in a motherfucker. And also, my brother don't have like a language. Like, I don't speak to him, or he doesn't sign either. So, motherfucker got to communicate through love and trial and error and finding out, well, is this okay? And sometimes a motherfucker even have like, well, damn, am I doing the right thing? Is this what he want? Because I don't know if he hurting right now, or he's the strongest. Excuse me. He's the strongest motherfucker I ever seen. I ain't ever seen him cry. He had 2 back operations. He had scoliosis, and I ain't ever seen him cry. You know what I'm saying? And that shit. It's like I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of time a motherfucker get flack. Like for example, like they say, hey man, you better live your life because you only got one life to live, and do you? And it's like a lot of times, people shun that. They'll say, don't get me wrong, you got to self-preserve, and take care of yourself, or you ain't gonna be shit. But however, like, who am I to leave my folks in the war? I'm busting back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had, made a pact with God, when I was young. I was like, I'm running with bruh until, you know what I'm saying, and everything else gonna have to come around it, and I know everybody don't got you don't get awards for those things. Everybody ain't compassionate or got humility, you know what I'm saying, like that. But only thing you can do is just continue to practice your importance, and that's what helped me, tap into the village like Grand Nationxl, you know what I'm saying, to have that understanding. And I also grew up with 3 older brothers, with not having a dad and having to balance out those things, and even just coming to a man and coming of age to having some understanding and still understanding some things, and just learning and being okay and open for learning, so our minds is to be impregnated so we can birth new thoughts. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, so
Okay.
But that's the fire. That's the fire and desire in me to keep getting better at his little bruh. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very thankful for him, man. I wouldn't trade him for the world. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yep. And taking that passion for support,
Yes,
collaboration
yes,
into your music.
yes.
You can hear it. There's a line you have in. Well, let me take a step back for a second, because we're talking about Grand Nationxl, and there's some people who may not be familiar with what Grand Nationxl is. High level, and you can fill in the color for me, is a collective of individual artists
Yes.
who work together, record together, produce together.
Yes.
There are group projects, there are individual projects, but they really are starting to reformulate what the music sound
Yes.
is like coming out of the Bay Area.
Yes.
Did I get it good?
For sure.
Okay.
We're really restoring the feeling.
Okay.
But
learning about what the feeling was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being able to, it in a sense, like how people would, maybe say, hey, like, restoring the feeling, like, like hieroglyphics, in those forms, but not in comparison to, but just as far as, how Wu-Tang Clan is, diverse and big, but just showing all types of, color, as far as in, the styles that we bring, what I'm saying, the attitude that we bring, and and the joy we sing about. You know what I'm saying? And once again, community is currency.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's how we, pass the paper to the neighbor, and become real lifesavers. You dig?
Yeah. One of the standouts about y'all's projects to me, or for me, is always the level of live instrumentation.
Yeah.
That's on a lot of the projects.
Yeah, it's heavy baseline thoughts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love to see, when y'all did the live recording.
Yes.
That was really dope. When y'all did the show at New Parish.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, so y'all have a song, Hook Mitchell.
Yeah.
I think what's fun about it is that every time y'all perform it, it's a little bit different, because you go the fuck crazy on the end, on the end of every verse with the freestyle. How did that come up, or was that a discussion that every time we end this song, Champ is going to do something different, or did you just feel it and did it?
It's really improv to do your job to the best of your ability, and that openness, in the collective allows me to flourish like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a motherfucker be shine bright like a diamond. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely appreciative of that, Actually, the song, the actual original song, I think damn near they say like 7 or 8 minutes. I was just, you know, after I finished, it's like, man, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So it's just really dope, and it's therapeutic in itself. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Okay.
You know.
I can tell you like words. I was one of those kids that would read the dictionary just for fun.
Yeah.
Were you doing the same thing?
I don't think I necessarily did that, but I think I got engulfed in, you know, words just by like hearing them and then finding out like how you spell them, so how they look. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you say, hey, rhetoric. Like, you know, you don't necessarily hear the H. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, or, you know, motherfuckers say audacity. You know what I'm saying? You're not hearing the U. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, or words like appall, like all those things, it was like a mystery for me. You know, to go kind of search out the word and see how the word looks. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought that was cool. Yeah.
Okay. I like, listen, it's better than mumbling.
Yeah.
No shade to the mumble.
No. I understand.
There's a market for everything.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
You know.
It's I guess you could say it's another part of the Africanisms that we have. You know what I mean?
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, you know, it's just like a different part of the syncopation of the rhythm. You know, it just comes in that form, and you know, it's just like it reminds me of. I know, a motherfucker said they telling their age, but I didn't hit the fountain of youth to this game, right? You know, like double dutch. You ever remember it, even if you wasn't raw at double dutch? Like I used to watch the girls, you know, some have swag and they slide in just, you know, and they do the little thing. Or I realized if you couldn't just jump in, you could just stand in the middle.
In the middle, and you know.
Yeah. And bounce.
Swing the ropes over you.
Oh, excuse me.
No, you good.
And just bounce.
And they would start you from there.
Yeah.
So no matter how you get in there, what's important is that you get in there.
Exactly.
I got you.
You know.
I got you. So, Champ, you're a man of size.
Okay.
Unapologetically so. And I like that.
Sure.
I like that about you.
For sure.
You being who you are. And,
For sure.
you know, as far as the industry you're in, there's a paved road for that.
For sure.
Right? Prince B.
Okay.
Prince Marky D. You know, we could go down a line. There's
Real players, though.
We could go down a line.
Yeah.
But when I think about that, it always makes me think about the fact that we've yet to really see that from a woman in the hip hop genre. Like you usually see it in gospel music.
Okay.
You see it, and to be honest, when you see it in gospel music, a lot of times it just has like mammy undertones, right?
I do understand.
But do you think that, you know, with the whole body positivity movement, do you think we're at a place culturally where we could really embrace a large body female hip hop artist? And when I think about that, I think about like back 2012, Rick Ross on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Okay.
Shirt off.
For sure.
And nobody was like,
yeah,
Rick, what you doing, Rick?
Yeah,
you wild.
yeah.
I mean, it just was what it was. Like we let him be him.
Yeah.
But I wish a dark-skinned, large-body
Voluptuous
female
woman could-
rapper would get on Rolling. So she, you know how it would go.
For sure.
Right. So do you think we're culturally at a place where we could give a woman that same kind of allowance a lot of male MCs have enjoyed to be who they are?
I think it's getting there, and I think it's also because a lot of this shit, you know, is the image, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, I remember, was it 7-Up or Sprite? Motherfucker had image is nothing, obey your thirst. But no, a motherfucker be obeying their thirst, but they say the image is everything, right? So, you know, I think it's definitely coming, because even though I know Missy Elliott wasn't, I mean, she wasn't like big, but she was, you know, a little portly, I guess. You know, she really pushed the envelope. But even before Missy Elliott, KRS-One had Miss Melody. Miss Melody was fly, but but I guess she wasn't pushing. What do you think about Lizzo? She pushes body positivity. However, I know she isn't MC.
She's an interesting case to me because she does represent a lot for body positivity, even though she's not a hip hop artist. I think though the difference that you see between male artists and Lizzo is like if you're gonna stand in it, like you got to stand in it. And when the people come for you, you can't get on the internet and cry when they're reacting to what you gave them, because some of the reactions will be positive and some of them won't. I've never seen. I mean, Big got on the album and said, Heartthrob never black and ugly as ever. Like you standing in what some of the perceptions are on appearance. So Lizzo's cool, but I think we still have yet to see a female MC. Even I'm thinking about, like you said, Miss Melody. I'm probably dating myself when I say Heather B, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Word to Heather B. No,
and even Missy. Yes, but it's the desexualization, right? How these men were promoted like a sex symbol. Missy was cool. She was a larger woman, but she almost was asexualized.
I get you.
Yeah.
So then I think it's definitely coming. When just even talking about this topic, it places me in the mind of kind of like Jill Scott. So, for example, if maybe, and I think Jill Scott, is very hot. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so, for example, if I guess depending on the way it's pushed, she could still be sexy and voluptuous. I guess even when I think about Queen Latifah, I guess I guess this depends on the way it's packaged.
Yeah.
But yet I think it's still, not only is there room for it, and I'm here for it, but it's definitely coming.
He let it be known he's here for it.
I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I got my pom-poms. I'm going to stay cheerleading, So, yeah.
Okay. We'll see. Maybe we'll get, a plus-size Meg Thee Stallion. I'd love to see it.
No, for sure.
I'd buy it.
For sure. Yeah. I'm down.
One day. We'll see.
One day.
You have a line in one of the songs on the Twice on Sunday album, Warp to Utopia, where you say self-care, self-worth, uplift your partner. So, it's been a long 2 years.
Yes.
COVID related, right?
Yes.
What does self-care look like for you now? And is it any different than it looked like pre-COVID?
Nah. In the words of the Jack, I don't know if you're familiar with the Jacker.
I've heard.
The Jack, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He said in one of his rhymes, to be the greatest alive, you got to survive through the drought. So in these situations, in these, crises of life, how are you gonna respond? You know what I'm saying? And I always like to go back to the tortoise and the hare. The turtle won the race, and the turtle didn't win the race based on what the rabbit was doing. He just ran his race. And I think that's just in life with this pandemic and these different dilemmas, and a lot of people, have been, hurt, whether money's and fluctuated, weight and fluctuated, or just life. It's just been up and down.
I'm
it's
in
just
that
really
committee where the weight done fluctuated. The pandemic caught me slipping.
Yeah.
I got caught out
It
there.
happens. I'm about to go take some laps in the pool. Yeah, it happens. So just like that line is still relevant to this day, and you never know what nobody's going through. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people can hurt in silence, but just, like I say, a smile could turn a motherfucker day to 100,000. You know what I'm saying? Finding so many different type of ways to, uplift your folks, no matter, where you at or what you may be doing. You know what I'm saying? Just a touch of love. A little bit.
Okay. You got the best attitude. Look, listen. We all could take a page out of your book. How did you get on the bag of the Hella Nuts walnut meat? And wait. Let me just give a little bit of backstory. I was doing 30 days of vegan eating some months back, and there's a grocery store here that specializes in just like Black-owned products. So I'm in a store for other things, and then I see this package of walnut meat, which is like, a substitute if you're going to use it in the same way you would use ground meat. But I look at the package, and I'm like, is that Champ Green on the package of walnut meat? How did that happen?
Okay, so I call her my little bitch sis. My little bitch sis Mieko and her daughter. They some stone cold bosses, right? So, one day we just fucking around and just chilling, and they was turning a new leaf over, going vegan and shit. Like, remember they used to eat everything under the sun, too. Like they real foodies and shit, and we used to just, be on our Andrew Bourdain shit, going everywhere. So it got to the point where, I guess she had, an epiphany and was like, she came to her crossroads of life as far as in eating meat and shit. And was like, her and her daughter was like, well, shit, we going to take this journey together. She just started becoming creative. And then next thing you know, she was just, she got into veganism, First it was, it went, out of stages of, meat. Then you go to pescatarian, vegetarian, then vegan. So boom. So she gets all the way there. So she's very, very creative, or they're very, very creative. And so, as she getting everything together, she's said, yeah, Champ, I want to do a photo shoot, and I want you to be, I guess they call it like a brand ambassador or some shit.
Yeah.
So I'm laughing. I think shit funny. You know what I'm saying? I just get a kick out of this shit. So, They oiled this rotund body up, and I was taking pictures in the field and shit. And next thing you know, maybe a few months later, I'm on a fucking bag. And so I was laughing because I thought it was really, really funny because I didn't take her. She's like, I'm serious. I'm really, really serious. And I still think shit funny. And then I realized how serious it was when I seen the samples on the bag. It was like, oh, how'd you like this picture? And they got me like, what picture's cool? And, is this one okay? And it was like, I knew it was serious when the the business marketing consultant was like, oh my gosh, this is whatever they talking. This is like a thing.
This is for real.
Yeah. So, I was just like, fuck it, I'm with it. And then also, I subscribed to the food because I realized, okay, this shit is pretty tasty.
It was good.
Yeah,
What did you make with yours?
I just make tacos.
Oh, that's what I made. Okay.
Tacos, and you can do the spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? So I've done that with the fucking zucchini.
With the zoodles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at with it. And they turned it into a restaurant. So just, even just, and we in Black History Month. So just even the whole point of empowering, it's like, bam, I seen her thought become a thing. You know what I'm saying? And that was dope in itself. So yeah, that's how that came to be. Like me just thinking shit funny, and it became to be a thing.
You got a bag at the house to memorialize.
Oh yeah, I keep a few in the freezer just cause. Yeah, that's not a game. I keep a few in the freezer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, as we wind down, I think when I do these artist spotlight episodes, I'm just gonna hit you with a fast 5 questions.
Okay.
Okay. You don't have to answer super fast, but they're just 5 quick random questions.
Okay.
For people to get to know you a little bit better.
I'm here for it.
Are you better at giving advice or taking it?
Probably more giving, but I'm definitely learning to receive it. It's a give it too, but I'm probably on the more giver side. I mean, always the you know. But in order for me to give it, you know, it comes from a place of taking it.
Okay.
So,
A little bit of both.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the biggest difference between Champ 10 years ago and today?
I've definitely evolved and I've evolved and problem solved a little bit more now. A little more mature, and I'm learning to embrace my wins, big or small.
Okay.
You know.
Not waiting on the big ship to come in before you celebrate.
No, I'm not.
Got it.
No, I'm not.
Would you rather have the relationship of your dreams or the career of your dreams?
Whether I have the relationship of my dreams or the career of my dreams. Being the fact, you know, I'm not married, but marriage is something that you constantly work at. I'll take the career. I'll take the career of my dreams.
I would too.
You know, we'll work on the marriage because we're constantly evolving. So we'll work on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
You know, if you have the career of your dreams, then you probably, your money, I'm thinking maybe right.
Yes.
And if your money's right, sometimes people just act right because the money's right. Sometimes.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes.
Maybe it could turn into the relationship of your dreams where you have the career together.
I think after that we can find more intellectual property.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Let me see what you say.
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it does.
It does.
You know.
If you say it don't,
no.
Check. You ain't had the right one yet.
Yes, you haven't.
Right.
You haven't.
Okay, last one. I'm looking forward to the answer to this.
Okay.
If you were running for public office, what would your campaign slogan be?
Hot dog on the bun, we shall overcome.
I knew it was gonna be good. Oh man, thank you so much for coming out today. What do you have coming up? What projects you got coming up?
I got a few projects coming up. I'm just getting it together. I think I may be on the screen coming soon. I don't know. I mean, I'm just I'm here for it. I got a lot of cool things coming up, and yeah, I'm just here for it. Yeah.
Okay.
So just
we'll be looking
on the
out
lookout, please.
for what you got.
Yes.
Give people info where they can follow you. If they want.
Champ Green 09 on Twitter, or Champ Green 09 on Twitter. Champ Green Facebook. Champ Green on Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's another episode of the As Told by podcast.
As told.
You can follow me at either my socials, K in the Bay, on Instagram, KAY__THE_BAY_. Or you can follow me if you want to get to know me a little bit better at my personal page, Kahja versus Kahja. That's KAHJA_VS_KAHJA. Another episode finished. I'm almost at 6. I'm only doing 6.
Okay.
This is 4.
Okay.
So I'm past the halfway point.
Okay. So these gonna go up in the NFT or something?
I need somebody to put me on.
Okay.
I don't even know what NFT is.
I got you.
I'm behind.
We here for it then.
Okay. Well, listen, somebody will educate me. Somebody will be like, y'all know what the NFT is?
Yeah, it's gonna
Let
be
me
good.
pull you to the side and tell you. But yeah, that's another episode. Thank y'all for listening. See y'all on episode 5. Peace.
Peace.